Yo, what's up, guys? Got a movie review, and this one's a request from my friend Angelo, and I couldn't think of a better movie. Great choice, man. Return to the Living Dead. I think this was one of the earlier depictions of the running zombies. Because prior to that, we just had Shamblers or whatever, like Night of Living Dead, and Dawn and Day. So this one was kind of a little different. So this one portrays like if those movies were like real. So it takes place. The movie takes place kind of everywhere, but let me start with the director, Dan O'Bannon, and that name should sound familiar, or you've probably seen it in the credits because he wrote Alien, which is pretty cool. He directed this one, and everything from the effects, the soundtrack, which is like has like this punk, new wave kind of feel to it, rock alternative. I don't know, but it's really cool, really cool soundtrack, and it fits because most of the guys in this film are like these punk rocker types. So the movie goes. There's this dude Freddie. He got a job at like a medical supply place called Unita Medical Supplies, and he's friends with these punk rockers. So we'll see we'll see in and out of this movie. And he's led around by Frank, which like his boss, and Bird, who kind of owns the place, but he's like I guess like going on vacation or whatever. So they're Freddie and Frank are like shooting the breeze, and then Frank's like, hey, Night of the Living Dead, it was like based on true events. And Freddie's like, get the hell out of here. And I was like, nah, for real, man, check it out. So he says like the military created this chemical called trioxin, which was to kill like weeds and plants and shit, but it spilled out and like in a morgue and made the dead come to life. So the military contained it. Instead of shipping the bodies to like a military plant, they shipped it to some high school, college medical supply place, and it's at the basement of the building Freddie and Frank are at. And so Frank shows them like, oh, see these cases. He's like, and Freddie's like, oh, there's bodies in there. These things won't leak, will they? And Frank's like, no, they were built by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineer or whatever. Smacks it, and the gas blows off in his face. Then the intro title kind of kicks in. Like I said, really cool soundtrack to this. So yeah, they wake up. They assume the body that was in the case that's busted, melted, but this guy, I guess, seeing him now, he looks goofy, but like back in the day, it was kind of like I was like, what the heck, Imagine being stuck in a basement with this guy, the Tar Man, who's like one of the fully decayed zombies that was in, the tank, and now he's like lurking around the basement of this medical supply place. So right away, Freddie and Frank are trying to like collect themselves, and they realize that one of the cadavers, the bodies that usually are sent to like colleges for like experiments and training, comes to life. And they call up Bert and they're like, listen, you better come down here, it's serious. So they're all trying to figure out how to kill this reanimated corpse. And they think of the movies, hit him in the head, like it's not working. And long story short, they meet Bert knows a friend, because conveniently there's a cemetery with a like an embalmer and a guy who has like the crematorium. So they talk to this guy Ernie, who's awesome. I've seen this guy in other movies too. He's like a real European looking actor, Don Calfa, and he agrees to burn this reanimated corpse, but it causes a chemical reaction, and the smoke from this burning corpse goes into the rain clouds. It rains on the cemetery, and sure enough, you got the Walking Dead. And what's cool is these zombies some kind of retain their past lives a little bit, so they talk and communicate. Like one kind of like hijacks an ambulance. He gets on the walkie, send more police or ambulance or whatever, and it's awesome. So once like all the characters finally are introduced, it's all chaos pretty much after that. But it's fun. It's very entertaining. All the set pieces are really cool, and so when I got it, when I first seen this, I saw it in reverse. I saw this second one first on the Sci-Fi Channel, third one on a movie channel, I think, and finally this one. But obviously, you always go with the original. I mean, Third one's okay. It's, the effects are pretty out there, and it's more of like a serious take on it. The second one's more like a rehash of this one. Even some of the characters kind of are carried on. But, this one is where it's at. This one just kind of feels decent and has a great overall production. It's an 80s film, obviously, 1985. And yeah, it's a great balance of comedy and horror, It's serious when it needs to be and funny when it needs to be. And sometimes unintentionally funny. You just can't help it, It's like if the Three Stooges were in, Night of the Living Dead. Pretty much. And it's just, like I said, it's a good time. I watched it multiple times, especially with commentary to get, like the inside facts. And it's, like I said, it's really fun. And it's been like remastered like 2 or 3 times. So I'm trying to think who. I know Scream Factory put it out, or Shout Factory, whatever. MGM made a Blu-ray, which I got, which was pretty cool. A ton of special features. And I think if you pre-ordered at the time, when Shout Factory, Scream Factory put it out, the Blu-ray, they had an opportunity for you to get the work print. And if you're a film nerd, you know what a work print is. So a work print is basically, the movie before it's finished. So it's like it's a super long cut of the film. Some things are missing, some things are not, put in, and it's a very unique way to see how a movie's brought to life without extravagant effects, and instead of like musical cues, it'll be like someone holding a card like this is where the music kicks in, stuff like that. I think I have 2 work print. One's from like a South African horror movie, and the other is Blade Runner, which is pretty cool. But yeah, that was a perk if you're an Uber fan and you bought the special edition Blu-ray ahead of time through Shout Factory. But yeah, I got a chance to meet actually one of the cast members, Miguel A. Nunez. You recognize him? He played in Friday the 13th. God, which one was it? I'm not sure which one it was, but you know him if you've seen him. And yeah, that was very surreal. But yeah, like I said, this was a really, really cool movie. Everything from the zombies, the set pieces, the atmosphere, the characters, who are also like on another level, of just being ridiculous, but making complete sense for this film. And so it wasn't remade, but Sci-Fi Channel had the rights, and they put out 2 sequels, Return of the Living Dead 4 and 5, which were filmed at the same time. They were doing that for a while. I don't know. But we're just not going to talk about that. So there's that. But yeah, if you love zombies, if you love a little, comedic humor, like, Shaun of the Dead, if you like, gore, then this is your movie. I would definitely recommend this to anyone who hasn't seen it before. And if you have, watch it on commentary if you own it on Blu-ray. Just trust me on that one. Especially if you got the, updated Blu-ray. So you got like 2 sets of commentaries there, which are very entertaining and very informative. But yeah, that's what I got to say. Like I said, I really, really enjoyed this one. And I think you guys will get a kick out of it too. So there you go. Return of the Living Dead, 1985. It was a good year for horror, slashers, zombie films. Can't beat the 80s when it comes to stuff like this. Yes, they're B movies, but are they entertaining? Absolutely. So do yourself a favor, check it out. All right. That's all I got to say about this. Thanks for watching. See you guys very soon. Peace.